First, to the ongoing crisis in Myanmar, anti-coup demonstrators returned to the streets of the country a day after a United Nations envoy urged the Security Council to hear the nation's desperate pleas and take swift action to restore democracy. Take a look.
We've also, as you know, conducted reviews of trade and aid to Myanmar. We'll be exploring further national sanctions and stand ready to consider possible measures under the UN Charter should the situation deteriorate further. The United Kingdom condemns the use of violence against peaceful protesters, calls for the immediate cessation of violence and for those responsible to be held account. Working with partners, the UK has recently sanctioned 9 military officers, including the Commander-in-Chief, for their role in the coup. We requested this morning's meeting following further deterioration of the situation in Myanmar. As of today, more than 50 people have been killed and many more injured since the coup began. Over 1,000 people have disappeared or are unaccounted for. The economy is in a state of deterioration, and up to 1 million people face a humanitarian crisis. We reiterate our calls on the Tatmadaw to respect the rule of law, to release all of those arbitrarily detained, lift the state of emergency, and all restrictions on rights and freedom with immediate effect.
The country has been in turmoil since a February 1 putsch ousted civilian leader Aung San Suu Kyi from power, triggering a massive uprising from hundreds of thousands, angered to be returned to military rule. The country's vital sectors have been crippled by an ongoing civil disobedience movement, a campaign urging civil servants to boycott working under a military regime. The impact has been felt on every level of the country, with shuttered hospitals, empty ministry offices, and banks unable to operate. On Saturday, state-run media announced that if civil servants continue to boycott work, they will be fired with immediate effect from March 8. But protesters in Myanmar's commercial hub continued to defy authorities, gathering especially in South Chang, a once buzzing township with cafes, restaurants, and bars that has emerged as a hotspot for unrest.